All right, gentlemen, you both have the instructions. Obey your commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Right now, we're going to call under the letters, and we're going to call under the letters here. Step it up. Let's go to work.
But, Tim, that's nothing new for Foster.
He thrives in this environment.
The guy's been in spots, right? He goes on the road. He wins in Dubai. He goes on the road when Ray Vargas steps up for that vacant belt in San Antonio, and he wins there. And then goes down to Mexico against Rocky Hernandez in an all-time dramatic title fight finish. All time.
Yeah, Foster that's actually walking forward. You would think the bigger man in Nova will be kind of come forward and close the distance, but he said he's going to be smart tonight. He can make an adjustment and he can come forward and be the aggressor. For Foster, he takes his time. You know, he picks his shots very, very well. Great defensively. There's a lot to look for in this fight, but we got to see how it unfolds in this first round, Tess.
Foster closed on ESPN bet as a minus 850 favorite.
Nova told us in the fighter meetings that he thinks that Foster is going to be surprised by the speed of his punches. So far, Foster getting out of range. Already I see a telltale sign. I'm seeing a double jab thrown.
See if that countering opportunity exists again. There he doubles up the jab. Just give levels to it.
Same sequence.
There's a double jab again from Nova.
You know, they can ask you to do whatever, but it doesn't mean that you have to listen. Then there's no way of getting to it. They're going to have to shave it anyway eventually. But you being the fighter on the receiving end of that, you got to worry about clinches. That hair
being an
smashing down the face. Yeah, exactly.
Headshot from the opponent, and then defensively as well the advantage. Foster landed 4 of 19 punches thrown. Nova was just 2 of 21. Of course, the incredible backstory of O'Shaquie Foster. So much adversity that he overcame in life. When he was 12 years old, his mother lost a cancer battle. On the day of her funeral, there was Golden Gloves tournament. He went out and won it.
I want you folks at home, if you're scoring this fight, just put an asterisk next to the first round. That first round was a judge's nightmare.
Yes.
Not many punches were thrown or landed by either guy. It can go either way.
Sit there and talk about a judge's nightmare in a round where there aren't any punches, and we got the world champion Teofimo Lopez sitting to our left after a week where that's all anybody was talking about.
Right. Good right hand over the top right there from Nova.
Nova tries to go to the belt line, following it up.
Now he's back with that lower guard. Good patience right now from Nova.
Nova missing with that right hand as Foster was able to get out of the way as he came forward.
See, the dangerous part with Nova boxing like this, Tess, is that if you do get aggressive, he has the punching power to hurt you with something that you don't see.
Nova was able to come with a clubbing right hand after that double jab last time.
I think Foster, what he needs to do is he needs to go down to the body. Wow, good right hand
from Nova.
There it is.
He timed the right hand against Foster.
Now, Foster's supposed to be the superior boxer, but at this moment, it's Nova right now. Let's see if Foster can make an adjustment. I'm sure he's going to switch southpaw to try to switch things up a bit because he doesn't like what's going on this round.
Much better round for Abraham Nova. Round number 3, that last round, some success for Abraham Nova. Landed 5 power punches, had a total connected advantage of 9-4.
There's the switch right there from...
Yep, went southpaw.
Yes. Didn't like what was going on in that last round. Nova had some momentum swing his way in that last round. I thought he won that last round decisively. Very smart in what he's doing. So you want to change things up a bit. Make him uncomfortable. Boxing is physical, but also it's a mental battle going on in there. strategies from both fighters.
Watch those lead feet. You just saw it happen. And he comes in with that back power hand. The left hand does Foster. You saw that lead foot step on the foot.
He's starting to get in a little groove, starting to get in his rhythm.
Three-punch combination from Nova.
He from the southpaw stance. Taking that small little angle, that 45-degree angle. Foster's looking for Nova to reach with the right hand so he can counter it. I won't throw the right hand straight. I'm going to loop the right hand. I'm going to punch where I believe and try to anticipate where his head's going to be. See, that was the left hand he was waiting on.
Yep.
That's exactly, he was waiting on that right hand to be able to counter. Again, that 45-degree out, that angle right there. Southpaws understand that more than the orthodox fighter. They're the looping right hand. That's the punch that I'm looking for from Nova. That last round to me was a clear round for Foster. Controlled the tempo of the fight, landed the cleaner, or I should say effective punches during the course of that round. And let's see how Nova reacts to this southpaw stance.
Stays southpaw to start round number 4. As you see this overhead angle, and what you want to look for when you see such a distinct change here. Watch the lead feet. Watch the front feet. Right there. There's a good example right there.
Yep.
You see how Nova steps on that foot, and you want to be to the outside of that front foot to gain the advantage.
To gain an advantage, the positional advantage.
Spoke with Bobby Benton, and he told me the southpaw switch was just based on instincts and him feeling it. And the thing that is concerning to him is that he needs to relax.
Again, that has a lot to do with making things personal. Don't force it. He's right. Stay relaxed. Stay composed. Stay under control. You're going to see a lot more things. And I love that test.
Combination punching from Nova. Right hand comes over the top, and Foster ties up on the inside. And look at the body attack from Abraham Nova. Woo. His best work by far. Goes to the body again in the midst of that.
Love that looping right hand.
Two-punch combination. Nova's finding success against Foster.
That's having over 200 amateur fights, Tess. Foster's going to be using that looping right hand. Like I said last round, that was a perfect shot. If I was in his corner, that's what I would have told him. Loop the right hand. He's used to the right hand straight one's coming at you, but if you loop it, you're going to meet his head. It's a technical fight. Things are going to heat up later in the fight because somebody's going to have to start taking the lead. They're going one round apiece, back and forth. This is a really good round for Nova.
Abraham Nova landed 11 power punches in that last round, including this right hand.
There it is. Using the jab, timing that straight left hand, coming from Foster, and just coming around it with nice, beautiful looping right hand, perfectly timed and placed by Nova.
And with that, Mark Kriegel, how do you score this?
38-38, 2 rounds apiece. I thought the last round was the most decisive for Nova. If I'm on Shockey Foster, I stay southpaw. He looked like he had him before when he turned. I don't know why he went back.
He didn't like what was going on from the southpaw stance.
Remember we mentioned earlier this week, Shockey Foster was minus a dime as a favorite. He closed at minus 850. The current ESPN Bet live odds are all the way down to Foster minus 130, Nova even in his first world championship fight.
I got it.
Then again, the last fight for Foster when he was trailing on the scorecards and then had the all-time classic 11th round and a come from behind knockout in the 12th round. So,
see, and I like the activity. I love the activity coming from Nova. Just keeping Foster actively engaged. See those shots right there? That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Just working. Foster, you want to be more economical with your work? Guess what? I'm going to get him off. You're going to stand straight in front of me. I'm going to dig you down to the body. I'm going to come around those guards. There's a stiff jab by Nova right there. Good body shot.
Yeah, Foster taking that dip to the
Oh,
left.
nice.
Body shot
Right
comes
hand.
with the right hand as well. Now this is getting rough on the inside. You're going to see the warning from Steve Willis.
This fight's going to heat up, Tess. It's going to heat up. Yes, it's going to heat up late in the later fight. Yes. Both fighters now have felt each other power. They're starting to get their range. They're starting to get their timing. Nice right hand over the top.
You can see the beard of Abraham Nova is changing colors right dead center as there's blood.
Uh-oh.
You got to watch the elbow, both of you. You both come up with the elbow.
Got a dead arm. Elbow
Explain that,
came
Tim.
up. Dead arm. So like, you know how you get a frog in it?
Yes.
Elbow came up from Nova, and Foster threw a punch, and he got elbow right in the bicep. You can see him.
Then just clean, effective punching. There's elements of just fighting and enduring and surviving and getting through it all. And that's one of those right there. And you got to find a way. This thing's heating up.
Stop. Okay.
By just boxing. Here's what you were detailing with the elbow.
Yes, elbow right there.
Right there.
Throwing that elbow. Oh, that was that was borderline. That was borderline dirty.
Watch it right here. Boom. Right on the bicep.
He looked to kind of deflect that punch that was coming. He didn't have his hand set to be able to deflect it, so he used his elbow. He raised his arm up, and it caught the bicep of Foster.
Now Foster, the world champion.
Foster's coming out a little bit with a little bit more urgency.
Oh, double jab, right hand behind it. Nova looks to turn him around. But you can tell there's more of a sense of urgency here in round 6.
Because his corner told him, hey, be smart, don't rush it. You're outboxing him. Let's see if he stays to the game plan. Because Foster can draw him into a fight. Nova's a dog, and he doesn't mind fighting. And he has I believe that he has the bigger arsenal, the bigger punches.
He's getting hit by a few right hands over the top early on in round 6.
Got to worry about that. Good right hands over the
Foster
top.
coming with those right hands, the world champion. He's got a big test tonight against this version of Abraham Nova. Nova fires back that right hand over the top of the left.
That looping right hand is so there for Foster.
It's the best punch landed of the fight so far in round number 4.
You see the double jab coming. It's an inside slip. Loop the right hand right over the top at the same time. Slip inside the jab and loop the right hand. It'll meet Nova's head or chin, the temple, as he's throwing it. Double jab again. It's going to come again. Anytime there's space, it's going to come again. Oh, nice body shot right there. Going underneath. One thing I'm surprised about what Foster's not doing, he's not changing levels. He's not squatting down. You know, Nova fights tall, drops his hands when he's coming in before he attacks. When you change levels on him and you're able to sneak things over the top, Robesi was able to do that extremely well. And I just think it's interesting that Foster and his team are not applying that type of strategy during this fight.
Double jab coming up short with the right hand as we come to the end of 6.
Of Foster, they understand that he moves straight back. Watch him move straight back with those jabs. And so they're able to follow up their attacks. And usually when he moves back, he doesn't really counter like that. He just gets back, disengages, and gets away. So they're beating them to the punch, Tess. Using that double jab, they're not worried about the right hand coming over the top. And then when Foster sits still and just covers up, then they go to work with the offense.
Bernardo.
Yeah, I just spoke with Bobby Benton. He wants O'Shaquie Foster to pick up the pace here and to throw combinations, not to try to knock him out with just one shot.
Oh, what a left hook. Good counter. Nova took it well. Nova fighting like a man that's determined, possessed right now. He took that on the chin like it was nothing, Tess.
Burrowing right into the chest of Foster. It's the warning from Steve Willis. Get those punches up as he was targeting the belt line.
Oh, big lunging shots.
Pull the head down.
Or the quicker fighter, Foster. Oh,
Looping right hand.
Stop. I got you.
You're starting to see a little fatigue coming from Nova, and he's starting to reach with these punches. Those are countering opportunities for Foster.
Hands are free. Hands are free. Hands are free.
One thing is Foster's comfortable here, Tess. He's comfortable inside the pocket.
Work on the inside. Work.
But what do I always tell you? You always want to keep your back, in the center, towards the center of the ring. You don't want to have it against the ropes because it gives the judges poor angles to be able to score the fight. They just see one guy welling depending on what angle.
Steve Willis was giving them every chance to work and fight out of that up until moments ago. End of 7 in this world title fight. 130-pound world championship.
Set up shots like this. You see Foster disengaging, bringing in the bull. Yup, go ahead. I got something for you. Left hook on his way in. Good shot, good setup shot. There's a lot of opportunities for Foster, but listening to his corner, understand this. They're saying you're not throwing enough counters. You're only looking for one shot, but in the inside. Look at this uppercut. Nice, short shot up the middle from Foster. See the head down? Beautiful short shot right there. You got to be calm in the eye of the storm to be able to land and see those particular punches right there.
There you go.
Just creating enough space on the inside and giving Angle just a little space. Now 2-punch combination, open up round number 8. And now you see the pace picking up from the champ.
So now he's trying to touch him now. Letting the speed go. Take off the power, let the speed go. You see it flustered Nova just for a minute because he wasn't used to that.
4-punch combination from Foster. Left uppercut, just a glancing blow. Nova pressing to the inside, most of that blocked.
Oh. Foster now using his legs, expanding a lot of energy, moving around, disengaging like that. And Nova not allowing him to rest, still pressing forward, trying to press the action, trying to gas him out even more.
A bloodied lower lip on Foster. There's been so much infighting. His heads, top of the head right next to each other, plus the punches that are landing. Look at both guys willing to work on the inside. See more and more blood from that mouth of Foster.
Nova trying to outwork him. That's what he's trying. He's trying to be the busier man. Trying to outwork him.
He's thrown 150 more punches overall in this fight. Letting his hands go with the champion with his back against the ropes.
And the physical strength is starting to come to the forefront for Nova. I mean, he's the bigger, seems like the bigger, stronger fighter. In the inside. Nice little short shots in the inside. Good hook. Good hook.
4 rounds to decide this WBC Junior Lightweight World Championship. Theater that was the highest grossing boxing event in the history of this venue. Round 9 scheduled for the championship 12 as they reminded Abraham Nova, these are the rounds that define a championship. And he presses forward against the champ to open up the 9th round. Mark Kriegel, how do you have it scored?
77-75, 5 rounds to 3. Foster, Nova's bigger, but at the margins, he is not stronger and he is not sharper. I also wonder, since the 5th round, if he's been tiring.
A mental battle, and you know that the mental battle can drain you even more. So yes, he's somewhat tiring. However, like you said, Mark, the technique is coming from the champion, Foster.
So Mark has Foster taking the last few rounds. Nova got off to such a strong start. including that fourth round when he landed the big right hand and the live odds dipped down. But now you see swinging back towards the champion, Foster.
How you throw your punches, extremely important. You see how patient Foster was, and now
lead right hand from the champion.
Target practice right now. Marcus Wright trying to pump him up. He's looking for a second win, Tess, right now.
He's just looking for a counter right hand. You can see that pronounced blood in the mouth of Foster, but he has gained momentum in the middle rounds.
Ooh, that 45 is something else. He's looking for it too. 45 is like a half hook, half uppercut. He's trying to catch Nova coming in. See, he's over that front knee right there. Perfect opportunity to land that 45-degree punch.
So when you buzz, remember, we don't have to load up and land that big, next big, heavy-ass shot. You can just put your hands on him, okay? Keep it simple. This is real. Keep it simple now. Good job staying small on the inside. He couldn't walk you back that round, okay? Stay like that. No more pulling up and back.
Foster felt that Hernandez was starting to tire and weaken, and he stepped on the gas. Could see a similar situation here against Nova if he doesn't catch his second win.
Foster was trailing on those cards against Rocky Hernandez. You saw Mark Kriegel's card, has him up as we start round number 10. He currently has an 81-80 connect advantage.
See, these later rounds, this is when technique is extremely important. You know, the way you throw your punches, very important. Any fat nose punches test, energy is leaving your body. Right now, Foster, more technical fighter of the two.
Bernardo, what are you hearing?
I just spoke with Mark DeLuca, and in terms of the fatigue, he says he does need to catch a second win here, but he wants him to start catching and shooting on the counter and catch him with a big shot.
Nova, pay a little bit more. Start making him pay. Don't allow him to land in the offense, because then he surges. Get a little bit more, gains more confidence.
Hands are free. There you go.
Shook out that right hand again, Tess. Ooh.
Right hand comes in.
And
Foster smiling right at him.
I don't know why Foster's shaking his hand.
He's been doing that from the beginning.
I'm not sure if that's that's a tell or maybe he hurt his right hand. I'm not sure. Maybe he felt a sting in it. But yes, he has been doing that, Tess.
A sweeping right hand from Nova trying to come over the top moments ago as well. Well, he just ate a jab.
Oh,
there's a
right hand.
looping right hand from Abraham Nova.
Hands are free. All right, stop. I got you. Can't do nothing.
I'm going to tell you the punch that the champion can land on Nova and could probably end it. It's the left hook. The left hook is the shot that the champ Foster should look for.
Landed a good left hook in round number 7. They feel that it's a close fight, and they told their charge to go get him. They want to see him finish strong.
Watch your hands.
Finished as strong as could be last time out.
See, when you have that type of technical prowess.
Come on, work it out, guys. Work it out. Make me fight. Let's go.
Tess,
Stop. I got it. I got it. Don't punch.
you're punctual. That's what it is. You're straight to the point. Straight to the point. Great counter punching in the inside from the champion Foster. Just taking advantage of the wide punches coming from Nova.
Work it out. Work it out. Go hold. Go hold. Let that go. There you go. Your hands are free. Both of you.
Good infighting here. Nova getting the better of it.
Oh, left hook right
The
there.
left hook. And now that right uppercut. Who can create space? Who can let the hands go? Encouraging them to work on the inside. To get those hands going. As they are free.
Foster right here.
No break needed.
He's finding safe places on the inside, Tess. Very crafty on the inside. Tying up. The guy's using his head right there to direct Nova where he wants to go. Then he uses his shoulder right there
that
to
right
bump
shoulder
him into that corner or near the ropes.
Now if he can bump, create space, and punch, even better.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to be efficient with your work. Right now, you have Nova just fighting with heart right now, just trying to win these rounds with volume, trying to outwork the champion.
Nothing effective on the inside going to the body at all.
Nothing effective.
With the elbows down.
Nothing effective, Tess. However, we don't know how the judges are scoring these fights.
Good separation that time with a clubbing shot.
And a counter.
Good position, though, by Foster.
Oh.
Chopping right hand. Headshot. Just missed there.
Good stuff.
Quite a fire he lit under Abraham Nova. And then Foster was told, put him on his backside. So here they go. 3 minutes to decide it. Turning him around, left hand.
Hands are free. Last round. Let's go, guys. Stop. I got it. Watch it.
He's never been to 12 rounds before, Tess.
First world championship.
Oh, and that right arm
hand.
is still bothering. It's still bothering.
There's an elbow
Foster.
that landed in the 5th round when an elbow from Nova came up and caught the right bicep.
Great positioning with his head. Small little short shots in the inside to the body. Oh, nice short uppercut on the inside right there again from Foster.
Last round. Let's go. First strong.
Tess, Nova is he's fighting off fumes. Just heart. That's what's keeping him up.
A lot of heart in the last round through 103 punches. Not near that volume here.
Ooh.
Right hand from the champ. Foster an uppercut on the inside.
Just needs a little bit of space. He can't allow Nova to tie him up like that. If he had a little bit more space, he'd be able to work his offense. Oh!
Scores that with 20 seconds remaining. The champ finishes strong again. Let's show you the knockdown that was scored by Foster.
You see Nova trying to get out. See him shoot a jab, come in the range and land something big. Left hook lands on the money. That's a knockdown, people. That is a knockdown. See that back foot, that right foot lifting up.
Mark Constantino scores the bout 115-112, Foster. John McKay scores the bout 114-113, Nova. And Kevin Morgan scores the bout 116-111 for your winner by split decision. And still, WBC Junior Lightweight Champion of the World, Oshaki Icewater Foster.